right, so we got a late Christmas present from Renegade, and we're unboxing they're not waves anymore, they're story arcs. So this is the first part of the story arc of Rising Tides. A Hellforge. A dragon, and a centaur. And more bears!
So I think we should start with the Hellforge because your Kais are kind of matching today.
Oh yeah, my daily driver cosplay of the Hellforge. So I've been really excited for him, just because I liked the traffic cone, the Iron Lich.
Crab tank.
Even though he got murdered.
Couple times.
But I think that he's been a really fun kind of thing to play with. There he is. Beautiful.
Not gonna chuck thing off to the side this time. People made fun of me. Do you wanna pull him out of his box?
I would love to pull him out of his box.
Let him explore the world.
Oh my goodness. He's a chonky boy.
Is he?
Yeah. Like
Oh wow.
He's a chonky piece of plastic.
There is some weight to this man. Also, he extends over his base.
Well, I mean, a lot of figures kind of extend over the bases.
That's a very large base. He is very large. First impressions, go.
I love the color scheme of the teal and orange. I wonder why.
Again, he looks dirty and grimy and like he escaped a spaceship or ate a spaceship, right?
He's eating the things in the spaceship, I think, is the lore.
Okay, staring just straight into the portal feels like I'm staring into my own doom.
Oh no. The one thing I will say is I wish it had the blue had a little more like flamey kind of.
It's a little bit more depth.
Yeah.
Not just the gray wash that's on it.
This set has a little less paint steps.
Yeah, I think it's just the orange, silver, blue wash.
Yeah.
Does his sculpt match the story we've been given?
I think so. The problem for me for miniature games and scale is it really the right scale for what it is?
Could this thing actually eat the crab tank?
I don't think I don't think that could eat the crab tank. Crab tank's too big.
All right, do you want to go on to card or next figure?
Let's talk about kind of what else was in the box. They appear to be largely the same card stock and type.
Yeah.
It's nice. Feels premium. So we have the Hellforge, which he has a life of 6. Did it come with any wound markers?
No, I wouldn't.
Because it has health?
Yeah, but you're playing it with the main game. No other figures the only figures that came with wound markers were the Ice and X, to remind the Roly Boys, and that's to remind you that they have 2 life.
Was it? I don't know. I feel like
only them.
Could come a point where, so the only way that you can get dice and health wound markers is through the master set and the battle box.
The way God intended, yeah.
Well, I'm just thinking if they keep on releasing things that don't have those items in them, then you'll get to a point eventually where you won't have enough wound markers to share around, which then you can use Advil, which I've seen some people use.
I think you're overthinking this, my darling.
Am I?
Just a tad, just a wee bit.
Okay. Well, so the Hellforge. He has a life of 6. He's not very fast. He only has a move of 4.
Look at him. You think something this fat moves fast?
It's on treads, I would think so.
Slow treads.
He has only a range of 1, but we'll see if that's true. Attack of 4 and defense of 4. So he's actually a pretty, like, attack and defense. Oh, that's pretty decent. He has 3 special abilities. He has Blast Furnace 15. During the Hellforge turn before moving with it, and each time it moves onto a space during this movement, you must roll the 20-sided die, once for each figure adjacent to the Hellforge. If you roll a 15 or higher, that figure receives 1 wound. Figures that are lava resistant special power are not affected by Blast Furnace. Hellforge cannot roll for Blast Furnace against the same figure more than once per turn. So basically, I need to make sure that I don't do something like Overlord Circuitry. And he needs to be a lonely boy.
You don't want to kill half of your army in one go?
No, I don't, so...
Also, I just noticed he has a face.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Figure blindness, you don't get to be like, yeah, of course there's a face when you didn't know Marku had a tongue.
But I knew he had a face.
But you don't get to be like, yeah, it was obvious you didn't know Marku had a tongue.
Okay.
Well, see, he's got a real face. He's got a real... I give up. He's got a whale face.
He can also feed the forge. If a figure or destructible object adjacent to the Hellforge is destroyed, you may roll the 20-sided die. Add 8 to the roll if the figure is an Eisenek, Soulborg, or destructible object. If you roll a 15 or higher, you may remove a wound marker from this card. Yes?
It's called Feed the Forge.
Yes.
So he's just feeding himself.
Num num num. He has 4 arms.
2 arms and little grabby things.
Yeah, all the better to feed himself with.
You're so proud of that one.
A little bit.
These are sharp.
I kind of hate his outline on the card. It's just like a little blob.
Well, look at him. That's what he looks like.
It is what he looks like.
If they did this way, you wouldn't be able to see where the eye hole was.
That's fair.
They gotta do it blob ways. But he is. He's just a big honking blob.
So does that mean that every figure in HeroScape needs an eye hole?
Well, yeah. How else would they see? I don't know what you find interesting about vision.
Maybe what if there is a blind character? Wouldn't that be kind of fun?
You're so weird. Somebody's gonna pop in and be like, well, actually.
Well, actually, there are blind characters.
Because we don't know everything.
And then finally, there's the Eisenek Advance. At the start of each round, after all order markers have been placed, if all your order markers are placed on Eisenek army cards, you may move Hellforge up to 4 spaces. Hellforge must end this movement on an empty space. He must be lonely forever. So we have the Iron Lich, who is a traffic code, and the Hellforge, which is the loneliest figure ever. He must always be alone.
I find it super interesting that he both hates Eiseneks and works well with them.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to, and this is not confirmed or anything, but maybe just more destructible objects coming out. Because
every time you see the word destructible object on a card, you get super excited for no good reason.
I do, because there has been no new destructible objects in a very long time. So this is this is a door killer.
You're so strange.
He can hit the door and he can hit the door, and then also he can blast furnace it. Or no, he can feed the forge it.
Bears or dragons? Oh my.
Let's do dragons. Sonlen. Let's move on to Sonlen.
There's a dragon. Is this where we pause so you can go get changed? And you put on your Sonlen costume?
I don't think we have time for that, but that would be fun.
How long does it take you to get into a Sonlen costume?
It's hard.
Is it?
Yes.
It's hard. It's so incredibly hard. I have to stop making musical references because no one's going to get them. Someone's going to be crying at my knife usage.
You scare me with your knife usage.
Why do you give me the knife?
You want to open the boxes.
You literally went...
I did. How else were you supposed to open the box?
So you could have just said, no, I don't trust you with the knife, my dear loving wife. You might stab me, so I'm going to... Now I just can't open a box. That box did not want to open. Doesn't help that my nails are not conducive to box opening. Ready?
I am ready. Dragon! Sonlen. And the other guy that I can't remember the name of.
Halushia? Halushia! Oh, he is cool.
Yeah, they definitely, I think the paint job on this one's a little bit better.
Like, that's one of the things that I've absolutely loved about the new Renegade figures is that they are so detailed. Mm-hmm. Like, the wood graining on the shield, I don't know if how well it's coming up, but like, that is so impressive. All of the hair, Antlers are cool. He's just so cool looking.
I like how they made the sword bendy on purpose.
Woo. I don't know if they made it bendy on purpose.
It's like, they'll bend anyways. Let's just make it bendy from the start.
My one thing is it looks like his antlers are a hat and not like they're coming out of his head.
It does look like he has a hat of an antler. It is kind of interesting.
And not like it's something about it just looks like a hat. I think that's just because it like has an overlip and doesn't like blend inwards, which is whatever because it blends in the back. Maybe he just has special. It's a hood actually. He looks cool. Like the tree bark all over him because he's like part tree. Does he speak for the trees? Danny DeVito?
Oh my goodness.
Tell me Danny DeVito would not voice that character.
No, but I couldn't imagine Danny DeVito voicing that.
Oh, I absolutely could. To be fair, I could picture Danny DeVito voicing most characters. Sexiest man alive. The moment I've all been waiting for.
The dragon.
Sonlen Poo. Oh.
The armor on the dragon, though.
Oh, on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the armor on Sonlen's pretty cool too. His staff got an upgrade. It's no longer just a stick. See? It's an actual...
Yeah.
Is that a scary looking dragon?
And I love how he's still pointing. Like...
No. This time he's reaching.
He's reaching? Yeah. And they got rid of his gloves.
It was hot.
It's a very warm...
It's a warm climate in Valhalla. But he is at all the chainmail still, which I think somebody learned is hot.
It is very and heavy. Real chainmail is very heavy. I learned that in Lord of the Rings, they actually used plastic.
Do you know why now?
Yes, because it's heavy.
And then you wore a real cloak.
Yeah, it was very warm in Gen Con. Very warm.
So smart. The whole thing is scaled, and the wings have texture too, which is fun. I love that the entire staff is twisted, like it's got the twist. Do you fear for your life staring into the mouth of that dragon?
I don't think so. It's adorable, actually.
My thing, and like maybe it's just because I'm dumb, but like to me it does not look like it was the same dragon that was on his shoulder.
It grew up.
I know what size does. I'm just saying it still doesn't look like the same dragon.
Does a puppy look like a full-grown dog?
Yes!
I don't think so.
Let me show you a husky puppy and then show you a husky and they're the same dog, just larger.
No.
Yes, they're the same colors, the same shape.
Well, it's the same colors.
It's not the same shape.
It's kind of the same
Yes,
shape.
that is not the same face. Do I need to go pull Sonlen out of my boxes?
Maybe.
Go get Sonlen out of the boxes. I know what you know where you put him. I don't. He's got a whole bunch of stuff strapped to his belt though. I'm not seeing it.
I'm seeing it.
I don't see the resemblance. Those are two different dragons.
No.
He killed this one and found this one in the wild.
That looks like a mistake on his face.
It was very grayscaled.
I think somebody missed a paint step, especially when you're comparing it with that one. Like,
who doesn't have a mouth?
It doesn't have a mouth, but at least it's human colored.
Yeah, he is. No, he got painted. I think he got hit with a wash.
Oh, and the wash is too gray.
Mm-hmm, because they washed they did a wash on the armor, and you can see the color that was there. Like, our Sergeant Drake is just silver, just straight gray. But that, you can see the peachiness underneath. So I think what happened is that they got hit with, they were washing the armor and everything, and it just hit the thing, which is unfortunate. The detail on his armor pieces, like here and all up on the belt and stuff, because he's got stuff. This guy just stands there. He's pointing with a different hand.
Both hands are free now.
Both hands were free before. The dragon's on his shoulder.
That's fair.
The different dragon.
It's the same dragon.
It's not the same dragon.
It's the same.
I don't think it's the same dragon. This one's very bird-like. And this one's just dragon.
Very dragon-like.
Yeah.
So...
Are you gonna put this away or where's it gonna go?
You can sit over here. Judge us.
That's what he does best.
All right, let's look at the cards.
Which one do you want first?
Let's look at Helvetica?
Halushia.
Halushia.
Helvetica's a font.
Scion of the Wild. Oh, he's a life 7.
Wow. I remember watching the announcement of this, and he does something about if you're next to trees, he can hurt you or something. He hits you harder next to trees or something. I don't remember exactly what it was. Should I have read up on this before we did this video? Maybe, but I didn't.
Also, no, like they didn't do straight on for him for the, like they did to...
Okay, but like for this guy, you cannot see his eye from anywhere but straight on.
That's fair. Fast boy with a move of 7.
He's a horse.
Range of 1. High attack, attack of 5. And a defense of 3. He bonds, so he's going to be a
in what way?
He can command familiar.
Ooh.
After revealing an order marker on Halushia, Scion of the Wild, before taking Halushia's turn, you may take a turn with a small or medium beast you control, which is only on Shu and Kita. He can also rouse the glade. Figures adjacent to a tree or bush roll 1 fewer combat dice when defending against Halushia's attacks.
That was the one that I remember.
I might be misremembering. I don't remember them ever calling them combat dice.
If you don't have the red and blue, they're combat dice because they're all the same.
Yeah. He also has a ride-by special attack. Range 1, attack 3. Instead of moving and attacking normally with Halushia, you may move him up to 4 spaces. Halushia can attack up to 3 times with ride-by special attack at any point before, during, or after this move, as long as he is on a space where he can end his movement. Halushia cannot attack the same figure more than once in a single turn with the ride-by special attack. Whenever using ride-by special attack, Halushia is never attacked when leaving an engagement. So you could basically use that, like you don't have to attack. I guess you could use that if you wanted to get just have disengage.
I think that you would have to attack to use it because you can't just be like, oh, I'm doing this thing and then just walk away.
No, it says Halushia can attack up to 3 times.
That can is for the up to 3. It's called a ride-by special attack, implying there must be at least 1 attack. You can't just use it as a disengage. Just because you like to cheatsy doodle everything doesn't mean everybody likes to cheatsy doodle.
I don't know. I feel like this could just be disengage.
I wholeheartedly disagree and will not allow you to do that in a game.
Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see what the
court of public opinion hates you. The court of public opinion hates you. You can't just go, we'll go to the court of public. They always disagree with you because you're wrong.
We'll see. We'll see. I'm just thinking about it, like.
Just because you like to find the workarounds and cheats doesn't mean everybody does, and I don't think it works.
But I feel like not taking the attack is, I don't see a lot of times when not taking the attack would be advantageous, other than if you're trying to get away from samurai. Like, that could be an advantage.
Okay, but like an attack, like just a normal attack, that's a phase, and you can forego that phase the same way you can forego the movement phase. But if you say, I'm going to use this special attack, you can't forego the attack part of the special attack. Does it say special attack in the name?
It does.
Okay, I stand correct. My point.
Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see how the community decides to handle that. He's also an elf wizard.
He's an elf wizard, you say?
No, he's a Dryan wizard. He's a Dryan wizard.
Why was he wet? He's just drying. Thank you. Sonlen 2.0.
All right, so Sonlen, oh, such good stats. Move of 6, a life of 6, a move of 6, range 6, attack of 4, and a defense of 3.
So he's 170 points. So that's 10 points more than the old Sonlen.
Yeah, I mean, you had to give something for flying. I think he's a straight just better than Sonlen.
I've been thinking about it because I remember the healing works differently. The healing is after you move. And he doesn't have Dragon Swoop anymore, which I adored. I love Dragon Swoop.
Well, let's get into it then. So he has Healing Wing 13. After moving normally with Sonlen, you may choose a figure with 1 or more wounds. that is adjacent to Sonlen or that he's passed over during his movement this turn and roll the 20-sided die. If you roll a 13 or higher, remove 1 wound marker from that figure. So it already has to be damaged.
Well, yes, you can't heal something that's at full health.
That's right. That's the healing one. I was reading this entire card like he was
already. He read, remove a wound, hurt someone. So this one is actually already, I don't want to say easier to achieve, but it's a lower number than the other one because the other one's 15 and this one's a 13.
Yeah.
So, those two numbers are a lot.
That extra 10% is going to change everything.
That means I'll only roll a 15s and higher on this one.
He also has Dragon Assault. When Sonlen attacks an adjacent figure or a destructible object, he may attack 1 additional time. If Sonlen uses his flying special power this turn, roll 1 additional combat die on the first attack.
Okay, I'm gonna say it right now. I do not like that he said if he uses his flying special power and not if he flies.
Why?
I don't know, it feels wordy. Like word jam.
They've already removed the flying text to slowly fade it away from existence.
No, they just didn't want to type out everything because they thought flying was self-explanatory, which I learned the other day, it is not. Because your mom had on shoe.
Yeah.
And asked me twice, maybe 3 times, what flying does. Which just means that the flying is not super self-explanatory always.
Well, then there are some nuances with flying, like the whole disengaging if you fly.
And maybe I'm the one, maybe I'm in the minority here with this, but flying special power seems like overkill, and I feel like it's talking about something else that isn't just flying. Because, yes, I know that side of the card is special abilities, special powers, whatever. So we'll move on past that. So he essentially has a double attack on adjacent figures.
Yes.
And if he flew, he then gets an additional attack die for the first attack.
Yes.
Only if they're adjacent. So it isn't Dragon Swoop.
Dragon Swoop was so good, though.
Dragon Swoop, listen, I love Dragon Swooping Isamu. It was just a great way to kill him. Be like, dead. But that's, honestly, I think this one's probably has more utilization.
Yes. So he is an elf archmage. I wonder if they made him an archmage instead of a wizard so that you couldn't teleport him.
Oh, with, what's his face?
Immaroon?
Is it Immaroon?
I can't remember.
It's Immaroon because Olganesh does Mind Lick. No, Silent is anybody.
Anyone.
I think Immaroon's Immaroon's just elves, sweetheart.
Is it just elves?
Yeah, just elves in general. Olganesh is Mind Links with elf wizards.
Oh, okay.
They could have done that, or it's just like he's bigger, Archmage is a class above the wizard.
Yeah, that would probably be more powerful is if you could, who was it, the horsey?
Olganesh.
Oh, if you could have Olganesh in him.
Because Olganesh allows you to mind link with up to 2 different elf wizards.
Yeah.
But not Olganesh.
Could you imagine having Sonlen 1.0 and Sonlen 2.0 and Olganesh and just be like,
I'll take it down with him, and I'll take it down with him.
That would be so funny. So that's my assumption for why they've made him not a wizard.
That could be it. Also, it could just be thematic.
True.
So here's a thing. You were talking about scale. What is his size?
He is a large 7.
And what is he?
A huge 9.
And they are?
Do wings count as height? I don't know. I feel like scale's weird.
No, it is. The scale is weird. Maybe I just don't understand how they're measuring scale. But either way, they're also this.
Yeah, they're basically the same size.
They're basically the same size. This guy's just less chunky.
Almost everything in the box has been
That guy's the same size too. And he's a large 9. Whoa. Okay, hold on a second. Hold up. What's the difference between a large 9 and a huge 9?
I thought 9 was the height that they went up.
Yeah, so why is there a large 9 and a huge 9?
At this point, I feel like it's just a...
somebody tell me if there's something that I am missing about the size with the large and the huge. I thought,
Maybe
it was just a classification of you're within this number range, you're large, you're within this number range, you're huge. But how can I have two that are 9, one is huge and one is large?
maybe they're like doing something with mass.
Maybe. Somebody explain it to me. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is just a flubba flubba.
Because if you think about it, the Hellforge is meant to be a chunky boy.
Yeah, that's my one thing. Like maybe I am missing something. All right, are you ready?
I am ready.
Final one.
The bears.
I sent a photo of this to Brennan, and he got real excited. He just sent back the eyes emoji. So, would you like to open this one?
Sure.
The Aurora Borealis. If you open it up on one side, you're gonna find tape. There you go. It is Knight Primus Aberdeen, and then the Aurora Borealis, which I like just for the name. I like the bears aesthetic, that they're kind of continuing with a vibe, with a theme, you know?
I feel like this is the only, from the story arc theme point, I feel like the bears, like for a rising tide, I don't know. I just keep on thinking of polar bears.
Okay, Adam, let's play a game. Can you tell which one of these is the Knight Primus and is not a Aurora Borealis?
It's only because I know. Because, and I was real scared. I know that the Knight Primus has a giant sword thingy, and everyone else has range.
That's my only thing, is that they're almost too cohesive.
Yeah, they all look very similar to each other.
This guy is in absolute disbelief. What? What do you mean we're similar? These guys, they look different than... I don't actually know the name of the other bears.
Oh, I don't either.
They're just the bears.
Knights?
No, Knight Irene.
Gosh, we have to learn their names now.
What are the bears' names?
What?
They're in that thing over there. I'd use my phone, but it's filming.
I don't know. We'll put it up.
It's gonna drive me crazy till I figure it out. They're just the bears.
Not anymore.
What are their names? No, this is driving me crazy. What are their names? Okay, final guess.
They're just the bears.
Frostclaw Paladins.
Oh, yes.
I'm like, oh yeah, obviously. No, they're just bears.
Are we even HeroScape fans?
I don't think so. We just like hexagons a lot. Like, they're very, very cohesive. To somebody who goes figure blind, I think could almost be a problem. Adam can't tell the difference between Mielke and Jamara.
You know, I didn't realize from the images that they actually have the arrows on their backs.
Yeah.
That they're firing off.
I didn't realize that either. It just looks
so that's kind of fun.
Cool. Like, yeah, they look different than the other ones. They're just also very similar.
They also don't have this the Borealis don't have this kind of piping.
What do you mean by piping?
The Paladins have like this blue cord that, you know.
Oh, they do, yeah. And these ones, okay.
They don't. So maybe that's to enhance their fighting prowess.
I know you did not just say it like that. Also, why are bears wearing fingerless gloves?
They need their dexterity.
Little emos. I also like that they all have the one red eye. Now, I know that this isn't this wave, but they're from Noxodorma.
Yes.
Okay. Which I think is where the Vorids are also from.
Yes.
Because these guys are similar to the Vorids because they learned with them.
Mm-hmm.
And I am actually kind of excited for the Vorids. First of all, I just like furry little creatures. A fox with wings, come on, man. Or a beaver. Thematically, they also seem really cool, and I'm excited for that. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about bears. What do you want to start with?
Let's start with the leader.
Knight Irene's back there.
Jazzy.
Okay.
All right, Knight Primus.
Albertine.
Health of 8, so it's getting up there.
He's chunky.
Yeah, move of 6, fast. Only a range of 1. Attack of 5, so that's really good. And a defense of 3. Has a special ability of Crushing Blow.
I think I remember this being intriguing when we first read it.
After moving and before attacking, you may inflict 1 wound on a small or medium squad figure or a small or medium common hero adjacent to Knight Primus Adelbern.
Albertine.
No,
It's not Alderbert.
It's not Alderbern.
Adelbern.
Adelbern.
Albertine is good too.
I was like reading it, and I was like, that's not Albertine.
You didn't read it when it was the big one at the top?
I just copied what you said. I looked at it and copied what you said.
Adelbern.
After moving and before attacking, 1 wound on a small or medium squad figure. No, don't attack your friendly figure.
They are small and medium squad figures.
They are, or a small or medium common hero. That is interesting.
One thing that I don't say bothers me, like look at that art. Look how thick that boy is. You see that thing running at you, you're going to turn the other direction.
Oh, 100%.
That's his friend. Like, not anywhere near as thick. Like, Knight Irene looks like a force to be reckoned with. He looks like a bear with a baseball bat. And it's kind of disappointing. I want him to be the thick boy they promised. I also, so that looks a little different than this does. Like, it looks like he has like a little toothy on his armor, and this one's just not giving. He's just, again, he looks like he could absolutely just blend in with these guys and you would never notice. He does not look like he is their leader. He looks like he's just one of them with a different weapon.
Yeah.
Again, Knight Irene is huge. She's impressive. Like, looking. He's just kind of, hey, bada.
So the Ordo, Borealis.
That's definitely no at the end of that word.
Ordo.
Ordo Borealis.
Okay, the Ordo Borealis.
It's an Aurora Borealis joke.
Another 2 health squad.
Well, they're bears. Of course, they're 2 health squads.
But they don't have the little notch in the bottom of them. So
probably because that design just kind of stopped using that design.
So they must have redesigned the bases of some sort and just decided to, maybe they redesigned them to have less flex, because a lot of people were complaining about the bases flexing, and
that's not given at all. Thank goodness.
So maybe they fixed that. Maybe they maybe for this release that
maybe they just made
okay. Well, some of them have. One of them has it.
That's so weird and random. I'm sure there's a reason for that, and if somebody knows it, I'd love to know why.
But yeah, they're a 2 health squad. Move of 5, range of 1, attack of 3, and a defense of 4. Yeah, range of 1.
With a harpoon gun.
But we've learned that the range does not matter.
I don't know if that's the way to phrase it, but...
Because they have reload. If an Ordo Borealis does not move on its turn, it may add 6 to its range value for the rest of the turn. So they really have a range of 7, effectively, if they decide to stand still.
Okay, that one, for me, makes sense using the weapon. Like, considering like the harpoon gun, you have to, like, it makes sense thematically to me why it isn't always a range of 7. I did notice they've got some blue airbrushing hanging out on the silver.
Yeah. Oh well.
Painting is paint. Like, it's...
That's everything in the boxes that we've received.
So, what are you most excited to play?
I feel like you can have a fully fleshed out bear army now.
He is a champion, by the way.
Yeah.
So the Frostclaw Paladins, you could have him, Knight Irene, the Frostclaw, and these guys. And the Frostclaw could bond with him or Knight Irene.
Yeah, so you could...
Even if he isn't the thick boy we want. You
can have full bear army. That's the thing is, like, I feel like it's opening up the army possibilities even more.
We're getting a lot, like, these guys very much specifically, that thematic army is really coming out. Which we're gonna get the Vorids, which is gonna help with that. I'm gonna be real here, we don't play competitively or optimally. So I just like to do army combinations, and I'm excited to see. One of us is gonna play Bear Army, and we're gonna do it very soon. Let's be real here. And then one of us is gonna play both Sonlens together. Let's be honest. Can you? Can you?
So
I've seen that discussion happening.
Yeah, can you have the same, in an army, a figure with the exact same name?
I don't think I saw the discussion happening. I don't think I ever saw the conclusion of it. I don't know. I'm gonna do it anyway. And you can't stop me because they're on the other side of a screen.
Yeah.
They just yell at me afterwards.
Probably my least looking forward to playing with is Halushia.
That's so funny. You know which one I'm least looking forward to playing with?
Hellforge.
It's just not my vibe. Like, I still don't think I've played with the Rolly Boys and the Ice Necks. They're just like, I very rarely play with Soulborgs. It's just like, robots are just not my thing. And Halushia just thematically, first of all, seems more interesting, and ability-wise, to me, seems more interesting than the Hellforge, and is visually more interesting.
Yeah, because I'm personally looking forward to the Hellforge. I think that the Hellforge and Traffic Cone and like just having a full Isonek army, like
just a whole lot of orange.
I think like that's me thematically though. I think that would be a whole lot of fun. Yeah, right.
If you're gonna do it, you gotta wear that outfit. It's the perfect colors. It's so funny, and it's so funny that that's how it happened.
But I want to just see that Hellforge just munch across this. It also, yeah, it vibes with me too. I like a good munch too.
I mean, I'm excited for Dragon Sonlen, because I like dragons, and I love Sonlen as his original form. He's a great character. So I'm gonna be real upset if this guy's not as good as or better. Which I do not have the ability to read a card and be like, yeah, that's a good card. I can't figure it out until I play with it a couple times. Sue me. Any closing thoughts?
Yeah, buy more HeroScape. We love it. What does it say? Buy more HeroScape.
No one's gonna get that joke either. Well, I'm also gonna say, now that we have a lot more HeroScape, we need more storage.
Yeah, it's like a self-perpetuating thing.
So I'm gonna leave our storage video probably up on screen somewhere.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
And they can check that out for more HeroScape storage.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.